We got married almost 3 years ago. She started having an affair with her coworker 1 year ago. I got to know that because I saw his car outside my house one day. I had my suspicions. I hired a PI and gathered evidence that she was having an affair with him. I was angry. Then I got a call from the coworker's wife that she came to know about the affair. She only had texts they used to send, but I have all the receipts of their hangouts. Together we decided to confront them. We used to meet up a lot. She told me she had suspected his affair since her pregnancy. They have 3 children together. One day we had an idea that we should sleep with each other as revenge. We did, and not going to lie, it felt good. We have been meeting and having for a while. She is an amazing woman. I would say she is better at some things in bed than my wife. Mostly, I am very angry towards my wife because in some of her texts with her affair partner she and AP made fun of AP's wife, saying things like she has gained weight, her and it was destroyed, and other disgusting stuff. I cannot believe that she would say something like this while being a woman. She even made fun of my fertility issues, saying that I am not a man because the chances of me having kids is very low. I do not feel bad about my affair. I like the life I had with AP's wife way more than my wife. She hardly ever gives me oral but expects me to give her one. At least AP's wife was more enthusiastic about it, and it was the best oral I ever had. AP's wife wants to tell his husband. I guess we are both tired about carrying out the revenge affair. We both got carried away. We were both so driven by the revenge that we got addicted to it. I will confront my wife soon. I already have the divorce papers ready. Since we do not have a joint account or marital assets, it will be easy for us. AP's wife might have some problems because they have kids, but she has the power to take him to cleaners. I know I sound like an awful person, but I am already checked out of my marriage. Update: I totally forgot about this Reddit account. Well, I do have an update like most of you requested. I served her divorce papers on 16th July. I delayed because I needed to get some things in order. So, I served her divorce papers at her work. When she came home, I packed up her things and told her to go and stay with her dad. She did what typical cheaters do. She begged, apologized, and blamed me for her affair. I was prepared for all of that. She was stubborn and told me she will not leave and will fix our marriage. I reminded her the house belongs to my parents. Their name is on the house. If she doesn't leave, I can call them and have her evicted. I had already called her sister. I thought she would take her away from me, but her sister blamed me instead, that I am not a good husband if I am giving up my marriage that easily. This is where I became a bit petty and told her this is very hypocritical coming from a woman who left her husband for his cousin. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. She slapped me. I warned her this is their last chance or else I will call the police on her for assaulting me. After she left, the messages didn't stop. I didn't block her because I wanted to screenshot some of it. She said she was sorry, begging me to take her back. She mocked me and said she never enjoyed any lovemaking that we did, and she and her AP has on every furniture in our house. I don't know how much of it true, but I will be replacing my furniture regardless. I wanted to tell her the OBS and I defiled her car by having on it, but I didn't. The last time I spoke to her, she apologized to me. This time the apology seems sincere. She told me she got carried away. Lately she has been thinking about having kids. As I have mentioned in my previous post, I cannot have children. She knew that and told me she wants to be child-free. But now that she is in her mid-30s, she has been really wanting to become a mom. And the fact that I cannot give it to her angered her and cheated just to cope with it. She told me she was wrong and I was the best partner and husband anyone could ever have, but she just wanted more. I asked her why didn't she just say so? We could have adopted or went to a sperm bank. I asked her if she was pregnant. I don't know, but it looked like she was. She murmured yes. I knew this wasn't my baby. All hopes for reconciliation is out the window now. Imagine if I never discovered the affair. She would have passed this pregnancy as a miracle baby. I just congratulated her and said I hope she has a wonderful baby. I want this divorce ASAP. As for AP's wife, she also served her husband in taking him to the cleaners. She is not backing down. I only talked to her a couple of times. She ranted a lot that she wasted her best years in youth on a disgusting man. She complained she left her modeling career just to be with him and whatnot. I think she still looks hot. We didn't have any contact for a while. There was one time she drunk texted me with a sleazy picture asking me to come over, but I refused. She did apologize after that. We are not planning on dating anytime soon, not unless all the divorce proceedings are over, but I do miss her a lot. Also, I got a cat. My STB ex-wife hated cats. Now my house will be a cat kingdom. Congrats on handling the situation like a well-adjusted human. You got your grudge sex and I applaud. I also applaud that you were healthy enough to stop the affair and work on you. You are an inspiration to everyone that been the custom of cheating. Glad you found out sooner than later. May the universe bless you with an awesome woman and companion. Do rad shit. Live life. That was the first story and now we are going to listen today's second story. Me at 30, and my husband M43, have been together 15 years. Married for 10. To say that our time together has been great would be a lie. We have our issues like every couple does and we don't allow it to sway each other apart, but today was the first time in 10 years I considered divorce. A few months ago me and my husband agreed to an open marriage. The decision was purely on his part and my decision was highly influenced by his constant nagging. But I digress. Recently my husband has been coming home in a mood. I believe work was getting to him, but today he came home in a very good mood. I knew this meant he must have found a woman. There was no other possibility, so I asked what had him feeling so great. His response made my stomach drop. It was my sister 18F. I saw red. I began screaming and calling him names I don't wish to repeat here. It ended in me packing a bag and leaving. I just could not believe it. My teenage sister and my husband. I feel disgusting. He could not contacted me in the few hours I been gone. I typing this sat in a Starbucks parking lot. I think I should tell our parents, but they don't believe my sister can do any harm. They had me accidentally when they were young, whereas my sister was planned. I want to leave him. I don't think I can face him or my sister again. Edit. Spoken to my sister, planning on speaking to my soon-to-be ex-husband soon. Update. Hello, all. Thank you for all the responses. Everyone has really helped me open my eyes of how terrible not only my husband and my sister's situation is, but also mine and my husband's. I never thought of my husband as a pervert, but you guys have really helped me see. It is true. We met when I was 15. Me and him got together with my parent approval. Growing up my parents severely disliked me. They had me at 18 unplanned and I ruined their chances of a successful future together. I think they wanted to just get me off their hands, even if it meant approving a marriage with a much older man. And honestly I wanted away with my parents too, so I convinced myself it was cool to have an older boyfriend and sucked it up the whole relationship. Now for the update. I decided to speak to my sister despite mine and hers differences. When I asked her what she was thinking, she didn't know what I was on about. And that was when she shown me a bunch of one-sided texts from my husband. She told me that he made an advance on her and she rejected him, thank God, which lead to the question, why was he so happy and why did he lie? I told my sister to block him before arranging a chat with him. I chose to meet up in a public park. I don't feel safe alone with him anymore. When we met up I flat out asked him why he lied. He denied it for some time before giving in. After I told him my sister told me everything. He said because me and my sister weren't close he would not have thought I would go to her, and that he lied to test the water. He had his eye on her for some time and he wanted to see how I would react. After this there was a whole lot of him telling me I was overreacting. I wrapped up the conversation and told him I was seeking a divorce. I knew I was young when we got married. It never hit me how much of a sick pervert my husband is. I on a wait list for therapy now and I hopefully can start my healing journey. I will keep you updated if anything major happens. Edit. Thank you everyone for being so supportive. On my original post I received so much hate and was accused my situation was fake and not true. Sadly this is my reality. I appreciate everyone being so kind, you all helping me get better already. Edit 2. I not in the States, I from Europe. First of all, it is absolutely wild that the ex-husband tried to groom a track two different teenagers from the same family 15 years apart. What a fucking creep. Only upside is that it finally pulled the last of the scales from OOP's eyes. Hope her ex gets everything he deserves. Second, who is actually accusing OOP of lying or making all this up? This is one of the most plausible posts on this subreddit I've seen lately. I envy those people who apparently live in a world where creeps like OOP's ex don't exist. Thanks for listening everyone. If you enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Reddit Zone to never miss a future upload.